Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Hashem, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm going to title this video, I'll make this quick, see where the Spirit takes me. And I'm going to title this video, Now I Know Why ISUPK Says John the Baptist Fell Out the Truth. This clip right here from this video put up by The Way with Brian DeVilla, and I guess that's him. And I guess these guys represent Catholics against Israelites. So just listen right here. This is 14 seconds in. So it caught my ear. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me bring it back to the very beginning. And I want you to listen carefully. He says it around about the 15 second of the video. Like I said, this is the reason why the ISUPK says that John the Baptist fell out the truth. And John the Baptist did not fall out the truth. John the Baptist was a forerunner. He came before the Messiah. So how can he become a disciple? He wasn't meant to be a disciple or an apostle. He was the forerunner to the Yahweh Shai. And three of John the Baptist's disciples became of the 12 disciples of the Messiah. That was John, James, and Andrew, the brother of Peter. Peter became the head disciple. He became the lead disciple. Upon this rock I shall build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And it was Andrew that followed John, James, and Andrew followed the Messiah first. And then Peter came in after his brother, Andrew. So why didn't Andrew have a higher position than Peter? Because the order was, John was in a certain order in his previous life. He was a prophet in his previous life. The same with Andrew, the same with James, the same with Peter. So anyway, let me go ahead and let this play.
You guys believe that white people cannot receive the Holy Spirit?
Facts.
Is always by name. You guys need whosoever and all these vague and ambiguous terms to try to fit somebody else in, because you're not going to read about Moab. You're not going to read about Ham. You're not going to read about Ishmael. John the Baptist finds Christ in the beginning of his ministry. Why isn't he one of the 12? Children of Israel, dogs, other nations, less than, subhuman.
Where in the Bible does it say?
Oh, those dogs, the woman was a Greek. That's an Israelite. Now I can't go off on that. Let me bring this back. Let me let you hear it again. Let you hear it again. I'm sorry, one more.
Ambiguous terms to try to fit somebody else in, because you're not going to read about Moab. You're not going to read about Ham. You're not going to read about Ishmael. John the Baptist finds Christ in the beginning of his ministry. Why isn't he one of the 12? Children of Israel, dogs, other nations.
He didn't find the Messiah. The Messiah found him. The Messiah went to him to get baptized. And he praised him. So I don't know how you can use that he fell out the truth because he was not a part of the 12. If he was in the truth, he would have been part. That's not how it works. John was never set up to be one of the 12. John was set up to be a forerunner for the Messiah, and he was taken out. It wasn't that he fell out. He did not fall out the truth. And that's a very simple thing to break down. For them to still teach that, showing you that the Holy Spirit ain't fully dealing with these guys. They should have changed this a long time ago. Maybe because GMS said it, we ain't going to change it. And he's got, you know what? Let me do this. Let me see something. Well, if you go to Matthew 11, after John the Baptist gets his head chopped off. Oh, they said, he questioned whether that was the Messiah. Well, guess what? Peter denied the Messiah 3 times. Before that, died denying me thrice. the cock will crow twice. Before thou deny me thrice, the cock will crow thrice. Somebody could put it in. Get the right wording. But Peter denied the Lord, and he said, "You're going to deny me." So according to that, did not Peter fall out the truth? In Luke 24, when the Messiah rose and didn't tell him, he came to them and they didn't recognize his face. He changed his face. He had spiritual power. And he said, "What are y'all, crying about? What are y'all down for? Depressed?" And they all said, "We thought he was a Messiah. We thought he was a Messiah." So guess what? None of the 12, they all fell out the truth. So when you read one thing, you can't cherry pick and say, well, according to this, that, and the third, John the Baptist ain't the truth. It doesn't make any sense. This is the reason why we say we got 100% truth. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it. I wanted to make this short, and I'll listen to the rest of this just to see what's going on. And I guarantee you, this is supposed to be a confrontation between, Christians confront Hebrew Israelites. Then this happened. I guarantee you, they're not going to go into prophecy. What I mean by that is the Christians are not going to go into Revelation 13 or Revelation 18 or Daniel 5 or Daniel 8, Daniel 7, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 2. So anyway, with that, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to watch the rest of this and see if I can make another video out of this. Yeah, here it is, 2026, and you still teaching that John the Baptist fell out the truth. If you're going to teach that, you got to say all the 12 fell out the truth. So, shalom.